Hey guys, what's going on? Third Street Reactions here. We're back. I'm Shane.
I'm Tom.
We're back with Avatar: The Last Airbender, Episode 3. Last episode, we had the first confrontation with our water tribe, Aang, and the crew with the Fire Nation, Zuko, Iroh. What'd you think?
I thought it was cool. I thought the fight scenes were pretty awesome. It maintained Aang's childlikeness with his age and
there's a playfulness to his fighting.
his immaturity almost, but then, like we talked about, when he's submerged in the water and there's something else, I don't even know really what it is yet, activates, and then all of a sudden it's just like this other real power. But the fight scenes were great. I thought they were pretty fluid. They were fun to watch.
There's something about his fighting style. He's an airbender, so it just reminds you of, I guess, like that drunken master with Jackie Chan. Not really, because it's more graceful. There's this flowiness to him. He's going in between the legs, going up on walls. He's in control for the most part.
Right.
So I think it's pretty cool. We're in episode 3 now, and before we jump in, you should look at this mug. Look at this man's chest and his biceps and our logo being on it. It's like Superman.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Wait till you see it, Katara. The Air Temple is one of the most beautiful places in the world.
Aang, I know you're excited, but it's been 100 years since you've been home.
Wake up, Sokka. Air Temple, here we come.
looks
Sleep now.
comfy.
Temple later. Uncle, I want the repairs made as quickly as possible. I don't want to stay too long and risk losing his trail.
You mean the Avatar?
Don't mention his name on these docks.
What? Prince Zuko.
Captain Zhao.
It's Commander now. And General Iroh, great hero of our nation. The Fire Lord's brother and son are welcome guests anytime. What brings you to my harbor?
Our ship is being repaired.
An Earth Kingdom ship.
Really? You must regale me with all the thrilling details. Join me for a drink?
So the Fire Nation, they're very, forward, ambitious people.
Zuko?
Yeah, Zuko, and then his
Zuko.
uncle Zuko and his Uncle Zhao.
Hey, who ate all my blubbered seal
No,
jerky?
Uncle Iroh, and then Zhao is
That was
the guy.
food? I used it to start the campfire last night. Sorry.
Ew, what?
The Patola Mountain Range. We're almost there.
Aang, before we get to the temple, I want to talk to you about the Airbenders. Be prepared for what you might see. The Fire Nation is ruthless. They killed my mother. They could have done the same to your people.
It doesn't mean the Fire Nation killed them all. They probably escaped.
I know it's hard to accept.
You don't understand, Katara. The only way to get to an Airbender temple is on a flying bison. And I doubt the Fire Nation has any flying bison.
Like, mechanically, it's like you don't know how he flies.
Yeah,
it's funny.
Yeah, this is the bottom half of it look like a worm.
Yeah, and now that you mention it, it kind of bothers me. I wish you didn't. Wish it wasn't like that.
There it is. The Southern Air Temple.
And by year's end, the Earth Kingdom capital will be under our rule. The Fire Lord will finally claim victory in this war.
If my father thinks the rest of the world will follow him willingly, then he is a fool.
You should see I've done little to temper your tongue. Prince Zuko, the Avatar is the only one who can stop the Fire Nation from winning this war. If you have an ounce of loyalty left, you'll tell me what you've found.
Paul probably died a long time ago.
So they're
Come on,
ambitious
Uncle,
people.
we're going.
You resorting to manipulation.
We interrogated the crew as you instructed.
They confirmed Prince Zuko had the Avatar in custody, but let him escape.
I would execute all those people. No, I'm just kidding.
So where do I get something to eat?
You're lucky enough to be one of the first
face.
outsiders
That's
to ever
terrible.
visit an Airbender temple. What's wrong?
This place used to be full of monks and lemurs and bison. Now there's just a bunch of weeds.
This airball game, how do you play?
Dr. Zero.
Making him feel better is putting me in a world of hurt.
What is it?
Just a new waterbending move I learned.
You know, you can't protect him forever.
He'll be devastated.
Hey, guys. I want you to meet somebody.
Who's that?
Monkey Atso, the greatest airbender in the world.
Looks very Asian, doesn't he?
I was gonna say,
compared to
I was
Aang.
just gonna say, there's like an Asian element.
This whole Avatar thing. Maybe the monks made a mistake.
The only mistake they made was telling you before you turned 16.
But Gyatso, how do I know if I'm ready for this?
Answered when you're old enough to enter the Air Temple Sanctuary. You'll meet someone who will guide you on your journey.
Who is it?
When you are ready, he will reveal himself to you. 1, 2, 3.
That one fell.
Look at this little
Big jump. Someone got screwed, man.
But Aang, no one could have survived in there for 100 years.
It's not impossible.
I don't suppose you have a key.
The key, Sokka, is airbending.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I don't know why they had to make that CG and they couldn't animate that, but still pretty cool.
Curious when he said, you know.
12-year-old boy bested you and your firebenders. You're more pathetic than I thought.
I underestimated him once.
Capturing the Avatar is too important to leave in a teenager's hands. He's mine now.
More tea, please.
It's interesting how he says, unless you have a flying bison, you can't get up here. But then there's
Yeah.
obviously evidence that the Fire Nation was here.
Yeah, it's like how they get there and everything else. You're right.
That one's an airbender.
And this one's a waterbender. They're lined up in a pattern. Air, water, earth, and fire.
That's the avatar cycle.
Of course. They're avatars. All these people are your past lives, Aang. In the cycle.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Huh? Who is that?
That's Avatar Roku, the avatar before me.
You were a firebender? That firebender won't know what hit him.
Ears like those wiener things.
Yeah, I know. That's specifically what he said earlier.
Lemur!
Dinner.
Don't listen to him. You're gonna be my new pet.
Hey, no fair!
And you'll be free to go.
Why? Are you worried I'm going to try and stop you?
You stop me.
Don't underestimate me, Zhao. I will capture the Avatar before you.
Prince Zuko, that's enough.
You can't compete with me. I have hundreds of warships under my command, and you're just a banished prince. No home, no allies. Your own father doesn't even want you.
You're wrong. Once I deliver the Avatar to my father, he will welcome me home with honor.
Prove it.
Oh, maybe you'd like one to match.
Is that a challenge?
An Agni Kai at sunset.
Very well. James, your father won't be here to watch me humiliate you. I guess your uncle will do.
Prince Zuko.
No, I think he sounds like he's a little wiener.
Firebenders? They were here?
Okay? Oh, man. Come on, Aang. Everything will be alright. Let's get out of here.
Send word to the Fire Lord immediately. The Avatar has returned.
Aang, come on! Snap out of it! Ah!
He must have triggered it. I'm gonna try and calm him down.
Well, do it before he blows us off the mountain!
Now everyone knows. So you saw other benders too.
Right.
Yeah.
Remember your firebending basics, Prince Zuko. They are your greatest weapons.
I refuse to let him win.
Do it! That's it? Your father raised a coward.
Next time you get in my way, I promise. I won't hold back.
Disgraceful.
Even in exile, my nephew is more honorable than you. Thanks again for the tea.
Ships are massive.
I know.
I know you're upset. And I know how hard it is to lose the people you love. Airbenders may be gone. But you still have a family. Sokka and I, we're your family now.
Katara and I aren't gonna let anything happen to you.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It wasn't your fault.
But you were right. And if Firebenders found this temple, that means they found the other ones too. I really am the last Airbender.
You ready to go?
How is Roku supposed to help me if I can't talk to him?
Maybe you'll find a way.
Chill the hell out, man.
Looks like you made a new friend, Sokka. You, me, and Appa. We're all that's left of this place. We have to stick together. Member of our family.
What are you gonna name him?
Momo.
The Air Nation is gone. He is the last Airbender, supposedly. What do you think?
I thought it was cool, man. You know, side note, that little lemur thing, Loma or Moma, or
Yeah.
he kind of reminds me of like an Abu type character. The only reason I bring that up now is because it was like the very last scene.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like just that little side character who's kind of fun and
He's
small
helpful. He
and
gets the
cute.
keys when you need the keys, and he provides some comic relief. Yeah, no, I agree.
No, but in terms of the actual episode itself, I want to know more about Prince Zuko and what led to his, essential banishment.
Yeah.
You know, from his father and from Fire Nation, and his quest to redeem himself through capturing the Airbender. And
I think people who are always on that quest, it's always an interesting story device. I mean, I've certainly gone through seasons in my life where I felt that way.
well, I think it's irrelevant whether he's a protagonist or antagonist. I don't think it matters, because I still think it makes for kind of a cool story.
No, I agree.
You know?
So it also gave us maybe a little bit new information on that Avatar spirit mode. You mentioned in the last reaction that it always happened when he was in the water. This time it didn't happen in water.
Correct.
It happened when he was angry.
Yeah.
Or upset. So that's just a little bit more information on it. I wasn't sure if you had any theories developed.
It just makes me wonder. It's almost like he like goes into Hulk mode and just kind of, you know,
that's a good parallel.
In deep feelings of fear or danger or emotion. It's like it activated that. Like, we keep using the word activate, but it's Hulk mode. Like, that's what I think about.
She essentially said the same thing. She said triggered. It's like something that's right now involuntary. And we can see, we'll learn more about that. And
like, is that something he'll eventually be able to control and use?
That's a good question. It's a good question. There is a cycle in which the avatars appear. Air, water, earth, fire. Fire, the last avatar being Roku from the Fire Nation. Right. And now it's Aang from the Air Nation. You said that was pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool, too.
Yeah, and I noticed how it was meant to be a joke, but how, Sokka mentioned him and said, "Oh, no wonder I didn't like you when I first met you. You were Fire Nation last time."
Well, it's the idea of reincarnation. Is it like, obviously you're not the same person, but you might have some of the same memories. Because I think essentially it's like the spirit. Your spirit is being reincarnated. So you'll have some of those memories.
And I think that the visual that I got from this episode with the Air Temple is, it's this like ancient temple full of monks, and it's visually it has a very kind of Asian feel to it in the culture and the statues and the way that the monks look, their facial hair, and their lifestyle as a whole, and the way the statues are designed on the inside, and all of that with, and then the reincarnation that kind of comes in and plays a part. But I thought that was really cool.
No, I agree. What did you think of Airball?
You know what it kind of reminded me of? The very first thing that I saw was Harry Potter, Quidditch.
Yeah, I wrote down Quidditch because there's always like these fictional games and these fictional shows, these fictional universes. And, I mean, Quidditch is one of those things where I think it's, just the idea of catching the snitch is the only way to really stop the game, and it's worth so many points. It's the only thing I cry foul on in that particular game set, because I think everything else is like, I don't know, a few points. And catching the Quidditch is like basically 10 times as many points. Right. It's pretty crazy.
I remember when we watched the first Harry Potter, and I was watching that, and we were talking about the game, and you said how much that bothered you.
It bothers the shit out of me.
Well, and Prince Zuko, he's young, but he's kind of a hothead, no pun intended.
He's a hothead, and he's very motivated to get vindication. Also, the detail, Katara's mother was killed by the Fire Nation.
Right.
And she cares enough about him to try to kind of hide the truth from him. But I think we all know that, it's usually better to give someone the truth. At least enough of the truth. You know what I mean? And they can make their own decisions with that information.
Well, one of the questions that I had while we were actually watching the show was, Aang makes reference about, the only way to get up here is flying bison. Now, yep. I don't think that the Fire Nation have any flying bison that I know of. Then we get up there and we obviously have first-hand knowledge and evidence that the Fire Nation was here.
They found a way to get up there, and I actually can't remember how, but they found a way to get up there, and it was a bloody battle, and most of them were wiped out.
Yeah.
So, that's it! Guys, if you like this video, go to our Patreon. You can watch the next 2 weeks there right now. You can also check out full length for all the things that we do. Go to the bottom of the page. Also, look below this video. You see shirts, you see mugs, you see stickers. And you can also just press that thanks button. And you can give us a tip if you want. If not, just leave a comment, like, and subscribe.